Boy, that's just the way it is. F you. I'm tired of all this. That's just the way it is, boy. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big fucking plantation, man. A big fucking plantation.
I will say that this is just a system. This is just a system. Our generation is losing faith in the modern day 9 to 5. And I see why. Back in the good old days, you used to be able to work at McDonald's and buy a crib for like 20 G's and maintain and provide for a family of 4. Now, if you make less than 6 figures, it's gonna be difficult to live. You still might even be check to check. And people are getting fed up with it. It's not easy. The system is not made for us to win, for real. And we all know this, but more and more people are starting to realize it. So let me know if you feel like this, dude.
What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say it's important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free.
Okay, with that, I will say, I get why we do have to pay for food that we get from a grocery store, because it's not illegal to grow your own food and cook your own food, prepare it. Even though it's more difficult than any of us really even have the capacity to do, and it takes more time than most of us even have. So that's why we're basically paying somebody else to get this food ready for us. But I see where it's coming from. I get the concept, at least.
Why the f did we pay for lights? Boy, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this. That's just the way it is bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big ass fucking plantation, man. A big ass fucking plantation.
I will say that this is just a system. This is just a system. Like, money isn't even a real thing, G. It's not. Currency used to be spices. You trade somebody some salt for some pepper. It used to be like that. Money is just a made up system, and it's just a number. But that's the system that we built. Keyword system.
What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade.
It is. It is a giant game. It's really a whole giant game. And the problem is, the big billionaire elites at the top are making the rules. They're making the rules to this entire joint, bro. Our only options are get rich or die trying. 50 Cent was on to something. Because nowadays, if you're not rich, then you're not really wealthy. We've seen for years that they're trying to get rid of the middle class. I see it from a lot of people too. I hear it from a lot of people. Now we're seeing it's more and more evident that that is what they're doing. If you've seen the movie Elysium, then you know it's kind of like that. There's going to be no middle class. There's either the rich or the poor. And that's what we're constantly seeing day to day. And so now it's gotten to the point where it's so hard to even live off of, a typical 9-to-5 job. And there's very little job security with a lot of corporate jobs, that apparently there's a lot of people that are just not even trying to get one anymore. And I know we just talked about how a lot of like content creators are going back to 9-to-5s, but that's a little different story. This is about the general public in our generation. Well, our generations. A lot of people aren't even looking for 9-to-5s anymore. They're not even trying, because if you're making like $50,000 to $70,000, you're still paycheck to paycheck. And this has been something that changed really, really fast. Not too long ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago. Majority of people were homeowners by the time they were like about 30. They bought a crib around that time. And now that's moved up to, I think, like 40 or something. Just in the general population, the numbers say. There's a significant increase in just the price of homes. A while ago, you could buy a crib for 25 G's. Now, that same crib will be over $300,000. That's a major shift. And so now there's just a lot of people that are just saying, screw it. Screw it. I'm not even going to try. What am I going to try for? Work my whole life away, my whole week, just to have essentially nothing, just to completely only survive. And a lot of people are thinking that way. And especially this man right here.
America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm going to walk in there. They going to ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me is important to pay.
Yo, that part, I can't even lie. That's my pet peeve question. When you applying for a job, what makes you want to work for the company? What are you talking about? I don't. I need money. What are we talking about? And the fact that if you don't give them a good answer, they're not going to think you a good candidate for the freaking job. Oh. I don't understand how companies don't realize that everybody is lying about this stuff. What makes you want to work for the company? I don't know. Maybe actually the next interview you do, when they ask you that, just tell them, I need money. And maybe there'll be a company that appreciates your honesty. Because that's it. I need money. Every once in a while, maybe you'll find a company that is just like, okay, I really do want to work for this company and be a part of the team. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe some people run into that where they want to just sign up for a majority of their day to go towards doing that and not having a day to themselves every day. Maybe. I know there's some people out there, but even the people that want to be a part of that team and all this and that, they just want money. And companies expect you to just lie about that. They know you're lying. You know you're asking me a question I got to lie about. You know I'm lying. We're both sitting here acting like neither of us knows this. That's the thing that I don't like about at least corporate life. That's the stuff that I don't like. Even down to how they talk with all that corporate jargon. Let's pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and oh, bro, just say, let's get to work. We got this to do. Let's get to work. Keep it real. This corporate jargon is just another front. It's more code switching just to make you seem like you're better than the next man. It's fake. That's what I never really liked about this stuff myself. Now, was I opposed to having a corporate job? No. And did I do great in my corporate job? Yeah. But I got laid off because I was replaced by AI, if you didn't hear from my other videos. And you want to know the crazy thing? A few weeks later, after they laid me off, they put my same application back up for me and the other dude that they also let go of too in my department. And you want to know why that was? It wasn't because I did a bad job. I actually did really good at my position at that job. Really good. But they thought they could replace us with AI. But months before then, we knew, all of us, me and my coworkers, we knew their AI was trash. Every day we had customers and clients coming up to us saying, hey, the AI just told me something stupid. And then we'll look, and it did. It did not give them an answer or gave them something fake that they can't even do. So their AI was just trash. So after they let us go, they realized that and tried to get more people. Tried to be like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. But that company, and I won't put their name out there, but they're known for that. They're terrible. If you were to find them on Glassdoor, their ratings are terrible. And Glassdoor says a lot. The reason that their ratings are not even worse is because their page is flagged for fake reviews. So they're faking their reviews too. They're that bad. But I'm not here to rant about them, but this is just saying what the current times are looking like. and job security is almost nothing. Like maybe the best job security you're going to get is if you get a union job. And that's great. That's great. Shoot, if y'all don't like and subscribe, maybe I'll go get it. But nah, that's really how it is now. And so when that happened, I figured, okay, I didn't have any job security at this last job. I apparently didn't. It was one day I had a meeting with my manager, and I hop into the Zoom call, and HR is in there. And then the manager's looking like she about to cry. Who knows if she actually was or not, whatever. But they just let me go that day, effective immediately. It was a random day. I had other meetings and other clients to talk to that same day. And they just said, nah, don't even do it. Go ahead and just start uninstalling our stuff and, send us our computer back. That's crazy, ain't it? And I was there for years. So if I don't have job security in that field, a completely professional corporate job, paying good money, then I'm just going to have to figure out something else to do. And that's what a lot of people are saying nowadays. Like I said, I'm still not opposed to getting a 9-to-5, but we got to eat somehow, right? We got to eat. We got to make something. So I decided to go the route of monetizing my skills online. I'm selling beats. I'm a musical artist. I'm an audio engineer. Been doing that for 20 years now, almost 20 years. So, I do that, and I'm just trying to monetize what I can online. And anybody that's going through something like this, I would recommend you do so as well. Try it. Make money off your skill set, whatever your skill set is. Start a YouTube page. Make videos about it. Talk about it. Anything. Tell stories. Are you good at telling stories? You know how to do cars? Make a YouTube page. Start a mechanic business. We're getting forced to have to monetize our own skill sets ourselves instead of just relying on somebody else who does not even see you as a human. You're just a number. You're just a cog in a machine. And if they even think that they have something that can replace you, which there's a lot of times when they really can't, they just think so, then they will. They will that day. That day. There's people that have had jobs for 20, 30 years that end up just getting let go out of nowhere. You're the head of a household and you're taking care of a family and paying for the home you live in. Thinking to yourself, oh, I'm good. I got a good, cushy job. I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to pay these bills and buy food because I know I'm going to get paid on this day or that day and blah, blah, blah. And that's the reason why you even felt comfortable being able to do this and start this life that you have been building and have built for years. And then you just lose your job one day. Then what? This is how people resort to crime. And it's happened to a lot of people. They lose their job, whole life goes to hell. It's happening to a lot more people now. And even when you have secured these jobs, it's harder to live off of the amount of money that they're providing you. We all know the statistics. You could look it up. The amount of money they're giving you. And even if we just stick with talking about minimum wage has not gone up at all, really. Barely anything in decades. But each year, the cost of living gets up there. And that's just a system set up for failure. That's why we are where we are. That's why middle class is starting to not be a thing. And it's a spooky reality, man. It's a spooky reality.
The fuck out of here, man. The fuck.
Exactly, bro. But yeah, so a lot of people are starting to realize this now. All right, so I found this video here. Really, I stumbled across this first, and this is what made me even think to do this. But our generation would rather be broke than work a 9-to-5 by Just Denzel.
Our generation would rather be broke than to work a 9-to-5. And I can't even believe I'm saying those words, but this is generally the point that people are getting to mentally now. To the point where they don't even want to give their time to a job anymore. People aren't even searching or applying for jobs anymore. They're just like, they just gave up. And the thing is, I have somebody that I've known for a while, right? And she had 2 jobs. the thing is, one of these jobs were her main source of income. Like that was the main thing that paid the bills, and she had a side job, which I can tell you guys, the side job was Uber, and the first job was like a corporate job, right? Um, Crazily enough, she's actually around my age. Like she had a very lucky, I guess, time out of college, so she's around our age. But the thing is, she got fired from that corporate job recently. She did her job well. There was no warning signs or anything like that. She didn't do anything wrong. She just got fired from it. And you know, they had one of those cringy Zoom calls, and you know, they had to get rid of her. And after that, Uber became her main source of income. Unfortunately, now she's not so lucky because she's at risk of being evicted now. And to make matters even worse, she doesn't even talk to her family members like that, so she has nowhere to probably go. This is the reality for a lot of people out here right now. And
That's pretty much, well, not the eviction part. I mean, I'm blessed enough to not have to do with that. But as far as the whole job thing, yeah, that's what happened to me. And I know what happens to a lot of us out here. A lot of us are feeling it.
I don't mean not messing with your family members. I mean getting laid off or getting fired from a job and you can't find another one. She can't find another job that replaces that income that she was getting before. You know, and doing that job in Uber is very hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like she's a very hard worker. So for her to get fired and then she can't find another job is just insane. You know, especially you got all these certificates. It's like,
Oh, and also, let's get the record straight. I'm just not out here broke or anything. I'm still doing my own thing. I did my own thing for a majority of my life. That's never stopped me. So let's not get it twisted. All right. All right, cool.
are you kidding me? But I think of the 9 to 5 as it used to be a good trade-off. It used to be a very good trade-off. You used to be able to get a house, you traded off your time, and you traded off stability. With the 9 to 5 back then, you could have been able to save up for a while and actually buy a house. Now it seems almost impossible. It's almost impossible to do that. They're pushing the age where people are actually buying houses all the way up until like your elderly years, like you're about 70. Before it was nowhere near that high, right? So it's like now people can't even afford to buy houses, let alone can people even afford to buy apartments now. I don't know where you guys live, but where I live at, dog, rent is almost like more than half of your paycheck, right? So by the time you finally pay rent and you know you're caught up on everything, you don't really have money towards yourself. And then you got to still buy food, you got your car, you know, all that. So it's like, how much money do you really have left over that you're actually saving and putting towards your future, right? This is a very real issue out here. Like people generally tell a lot of people all the time that you need to just save up and try to move to a different area. But how can you really do that if most of your money, every paycheck is getting eaten up by things that, you know, you can't even,
That's
you can't
facts.
save
That's
your
facts. I actually had a conversation not too long ago with somebody, and they were talking about oh, well, you know, people just need to save up money. If you save this much, then by the time you're 50, you'll have $1 million. Like, gee, saving up $1 million by the time you're 50, that's nice, but that doesn't get you very far nowadays. You know how fast $1 million is gone? And working 50 years to make $1 million, bro. $1 million sounds like a big number, but 50 years, thinking about time, that's a bigger number. But the whole saving things is how, like, you know, how are people supposed to save money when it's getting eaten up by the bare necessities every month? And regardless of them having a secure job or not, they're living paycheck to paycheck. If your paycheck's your paycheck, you can't save money. And this classical, oh, just save your money and this and that, it doesn't apply anymore. And that's what people are starting to realize. Like people like this guy, that's what people are starting to realize. And, you know, people are getting fed up with it. There's a lot of people out here just giving up. And I hate to see it. I'm sure you hate to see it too. But there's a lot of people out here just giving up, not even trying anymore. They say, what's the point? I might as well just run around and enjoy my time while I have it here instead of just working constantly, running myself dry, getting burnout to essentially have nothing in the end anyway. And that's not good. That's not good. What do y'all think should be done about it? Throw it in the comments. What do you think some solutions are?
You know, you can't save your money to get out of that predicament. The money's going to bills, and if you don't pay the bills, you're getting kicked out. Where are you going to go? Right? Most people don't have a place to go. This is what people don't understand. This is why I do recommend, if you are young, you should really try to stay with your parents as long as possible and get stable before you move out. Get stable before you move out. Especially if you plan on moving far, you need to get stable. This isn't even like an option anymore. I know you may be embarrassed to live with your parents. Listen, you got to get stable before you do all of that, okay? A lot of people in our generation are realizing that you can work a full-time job and still be broke. So why are you exchanging 40 hours of your week for something that generally won't mean anything? It's only like, it's really living in survival mode. Most people aren't thriving anymore. It doesn't feel good to be putting yourself through all of this anymore. It's like, what is the point, right? And another thing that I want to mention is a lot of people in our generation are seeing a lot of people my age, some even younger, that are really changing their lives and their families' lives off of stuff that they're building now. And it's not working a job. It's actually creating their own thing and doing what they want to do. Like, for instance, for example, this whole social media stuff, right? Of course, everybody's not going to do it, but it's like you can see what's possible. You see the new way that people are changing their lives and their families' lives. So it's like when you are thinking about working at a job and you're exchanging 40 hours of your time for something that is not helping you thrive, it's not really helping you live like how you want to live. It's like, well, what's the point of even working this job then? Yeah, you're surviving, but who wants to be surviving their entire life? I know people that generally want to check out of here because of their lives. Like, it's that serious. And it's really disgusting how companies will really just let you go like you were nothing after you giving them 10 to 20 years of your entire time. It's like these companies, it's becoming more and more apparent now. You see a whole bunch of videos of people getting fired. Like, they've been working there for years. And it's like these companies don't care for you as much as you thought they did. They don't have your back like you thought they would. These companies are...
Yeah, they don't. And also, now that I think about it, I see less and less or hear less and less about people getting promotions at their jobs. I see that less and less and less. Trying to think back on if I saw anybody get a promotion at my previous job. I saw a few bonuses here and there. No, I saw a little bit. It was kind of early on in my job. There was a few people that went from, like, you know, tier 1 to tier 2. I guess that's kind of a promotion. Yeah, but majority of people didn't. And they definitely stopped doing that completely after a little while. It was impossible.
They're literally like just laying people off and just firing them out of nowhere. No notice, no nothing. And it's like now you're thrown back out into the wild, and now jobs are getting so incredibly difficult to get that it's like, okay, what the hell do I do? And this is the scary question that I've been asking, because it's like, yo, I'm trying to create something on the side for myself, but it's like everything is not even guaranteed. Even this is risky, right? So it's like you always got to have a backup plan. And that's what I tell people that try to really go through.
This is risky. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and end watching this clip here just because the video is getting a little long. But yeah, this is risky. But because, you know, with doing YouTube, if you put all your eggs in one basket, i.e. one channel, all it takes is for you to get some strikes, and then the whole operation could get shut down. But sometimes when you think about it, it's like, well, all it could take is for this company to train their AI off of what I've been doing here for years, just to replace me and let me go at any moment. I'd rather put my chances in the hands of, okay, it's either get a strike because of some sort of content that I put out that was deemed inappropriate or whatever, breaking some sort of rules, something I have control of, or let me just train this AI to take my spot. So at that point, there's a little bit more security doing this. It's just harder to get up and get started, as we all know, but it's really the same thing. Nothing is really guaranteed. Nothing is promised. Tomorrow's not promised, but we gotta live for the day and do the best we can. But yeah, y'all, this just, you know, sparked a little idea in my head, so I wanted to share this. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? What's your current position now? If you're willing to tell it, don't feel forced. But what do you think about this? How do you feel about the job market? Did you get laid off? If so, like, tell me how that went. Let's talk about it. Let's converse about it. Do you have a job? Do you feel stable in your 9 to 5? Is it working for you? Like, yeah, I want to hear all your stories, man. So yeah, drop some ideas down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you stuck this far in this video, I know this was a long one, but we just chopping it up. Sometimes they're gonna be long. But if you stuck this far, man, I really appreciate it. Hit me with a like and subscribe if you like the video. I know we forget to do it, and I always forget it too. Well, not always, but I try to do better at remembering. So I'm reminding you, so now you don't have an excuse. But yeah, as always, man, stay up, stay blessed, and please stay safe out here. Till next time, G. Peace out.